6-minute English
from BBC Learning English. 영어 성장에 든든한 동반자 보리영어입니다. 오늘은 조금 어려우니까 내용을 좀 설명을 하고 할게요. 혈당이 떨어지면, 즉 우리가 배가 고프면 우리 몸에서는 코티졸이랑 아드레날린이라고 하는 스트레스 호르몬이 증가합니다. 그러니까 스트레스를 받았을 때하고 똑같은 호르몬이 나오게 되는 거죠. 그게 어떤 호르몬이냐면 옛날 원시시대 때 나왔던, 동물을 만났을 때 나왔던 그 fight or flight 호르몬이요. 싸울 거냐 도망갈 거냐, 그 상황에서 나왔던 그 호르몬들이 스트레스 받았을 때도 나오지만 배가 고플 때, 즉 혈당이 낮아졌을 때도 나오게 됩니다. 자, 이런 호르몬들은 우리 두뇌, 뇌에도 영향을 미치고, 또 뇌에 있는 뉴로펩타이드, 뉴로 하면은 단백질, 신경, 그 다음에 펩타이드 하면 작은 단백질들요. 그래서 이렇게 뇌에 있는 뉴로펩타이드에도 영향을 미치게 되는데, 이게 어떤 물질이냐면은 우리 뇌를 컨트롤하는 거라는 거죠. 그래서 우리가 헝거, 배고픔을 일으키는 물질이랑, 그 다음에 우리가 화를 일으키는 물질이랑 똑같다는 거죠. 그리고 또는 분노, 분노나 또는 충동적인 행동을 일으키는 그 물질하고도 배고플 때 나오는 게 똑같다는 거죠. 그래서 우리가 배고플 때나 또는 화나거나 그랬을 때 그 결과가 똑같다는 거죠. 겉으로 볼 때는. 그래서 이것이 모두 혈당이랑 관련이 있는 거죠. 실제로 배고팠을 때 일어나는 일요. 내용 해보겠습니다.
As the blood sugars drop, we increase our cortisol and adrenaline, so our kind of fight or flight hormones. As the blood sugars drop, we increase our cortisol. As the blood sugars drop, as the blood sugars drop, as the blood sugars drop,
as the blood sugars drop, as the blood sugars drop, as the blood sugars drop.
As the blood sugars drop, as the blood sugars drop.
blood sugar 하면은 혈당요. As the blood sugars drop, as the blood sugars drop.
We increase our cortisol.
혈당이 떨어질 때
We increase our cortisol.
we increase our cortisol.
We increase our cortisol.
cortisol.
We increase our cortisol.
코티졸도 늘어나고요.
And adrenaline. And adrenaline.
아드레날린이 adrenaline. 이 발음을 adrenaline에다가 어를 붙이면 좀 더 편해요. adrenaline.
And adrenaline.
and adrenaline.
And adrenaline.
And adrenaline.
So our kind of fight or flight hormones. Fight or flight hormones.
Fight or flight hormones.
Fight or flight hormones. Fight or flight hormones. As the blood sugars drop.
As the blood sugars drop.
As the blood sugars drop. As the blood sugars drop.
혈당이 떨어지면
we increase our cortisol. We increase our cortisol.
We increase our cortisol. 코티졸이랑
and adrenaline. And adrenaline.
adrenaline이랑 이렇게 늘어나는데,
and so our kind of fight or flight hormones. And so our kind of fight or flight hormones.
이게 뭐냐면 fight or flight hormones이라고요.
So our kind of
So what kind of fight or flight hormones.
and so our kind of
So what kind of fight or flight hormones.
and so our kind of fight or flight hormones. And so our kind of fight or flight hormones. As the blood sugars drop, we increase our cortisol. As the blood sugars drop, we increase our cortisol and adrenaline. So our kind of
and adrenaline. So what kind of
and adrenaline. So our kind of fight or flight hormones. And those have an impact on our brain. And those have an impact. And those have an impact.
And those have an impact. And those have an impact.
And those have an impact. And those have an impact on our brain.
On our brain.
On our brain. On our brain.
brain에도 영향을 주고요.
And those have an impact on our brain.
And those have an impact on our brain.
And those have an impact on our brain. And those have an impact on our brain. And the neuropeptides, the neuropeptides, 뉴로 신경에 있는 펩타이드, 이러면은 작은
단백 물질요.
The neuropeptides that
이건 뭐 우리말로는 없고요. 그냥 뉴로펩타이드라고 하더라고요. The neuropeptides that.
the neuropeptides that the neuropeptides that
여기서 보면은 말할 때는 that이라는 말 했지만 실제 대본에는 that이 없어요. 왜냐면은 문법적으로 안 맞기 때문에. 그래서 우리가 일반적으로 말을 할 때는 꼭 문법에 맞게 하지는 않아요. 그거 말하는 걸 그대로 이렇게 텍스트로 옮기게 되면은 정말 우리가 읽을 때 이게 뭐야 이렇게 되거든요. 그래서 실제로 말할 때는 좀 실수하기도 하기 때문에 우리도 뭐 말하다가 실수하면 다시 교정해서 말하면 되거든요. 지금 이분도 그렇게 말하고 있어요. The neuropeptides that.
the neuropeptides that the neuropeptides that
The neuropeptides that. 뉴로펩타이드에도 그 호르몬이 영향을 미치고요.
the things that control our brain the things that control our brain
이제 다시 고쳐서 the things that control our brain.
the things that control our brain the things that control our brain the things that control our brain
The things that control our brain.
the things that control our brain the things that control our brain
우리 브레인을 컨트롤하는 물질이라고요.
the things that control our brain chemicals in our brain chemicals in our brain
Chemicals in our brain.
the ones that trigger for hunger are the same ones that trigger for anger and also for rage. The ones that trigger for hunger, the ones that
The ones that
trigger for hunger,
trigger for hunger.
the ones that trigger for hunger,
The ones that trigger for hunger.
the ones that trigger for hunger,
네, hunger를 일으키는 거는요.
the same ones that
Are the same ones that
are the same ones that
are the same ones that are the same ones that.
are the same ones that are the same ones that trigger for anger, trigger for anger,
Trigger for anger.
trigger for anger, trigger for anger.
네, hunger를 일으키는 거랑 anger를 일으키는 거랑 똑같다고요.
The ones that trigger for hunger,
The ones that trigger for hunger.
the ones that trigger for hunger,
The ones that trigger for hunger
the ones that trigger for hunger
are the same ones that
are the same ones that are the same ones that
trigger for anger.
are the same ones that trigger for anger are the same ones that trigger for anger are the same ones that trigger for anger. The ones that trigger for hunger, the ones that trigger for hunger,
Are the same ones that
the ones that trigger for hunger are the same ones that the ones that trigger for hunger are the same ones that
trigger for anger.
the ones that trigger for hunger are the same ones that trigger for anger. The ones that trigger for hunger are the same ones that trigger for anger and also for rage.
And also for rage.
And also for rage.
뭐 화를 일으키는 거랑 rage, 분노를 일으키는 거랑 똑같다고요. 화가 났을 배고플 때 나오는 게요.
An impulsive type behavior. So that's why you get that sort of same response. An impulsive type behaviors.
An impulsive type of behaviors.
An impulsive type behavior.
An impulsive type of behaviors.
An impulsive type behaviors. An impulsive type behaviors.
그리고 충동적인 행동을 일으키는 거하고도 똑같다고요. 배고프면 이렇게 많은 일이 벌어지게 되는군요.
That's why you get that sort of same response.
So that's why.
That's why you get that sort of same. You get that sort of same response.
Same response.
You get that sort of same response.
그래서 같은 결과를 얻게 된다는 거죠. 같은 반응을 얻는다는 거죠.
You get that sort of same response.
And that's why you get that sort of same response. So that's why.
So that's why you get that.
So that's why you get that.
So that's why you get that. So that's why you get that.
So that's why you get that.
So that's why you get that sort of same response.
Sort of same response.
Sort of same response. Sort of same response.
Sort of the same response. Sort of same response.
Sort of same response. Sort of same response.
Get that sort of 그렇게 잘게요.
You get that sort.
You get that sort of.
You get that sort of.
You get that sort of same response.
You get that sort of same response. You get that sort of same response. And impulsive type behaviors.
Behaviors. An impulsive type of behaviors.
And impulsive type behaviors. And impulsive type behaviors.
And so that's why.
An impulsive type behavior. So that's what. An impulsive type behavior. So that's why. An impulsive type behavior. So that's why.
You get that.
An impulsive type behavior. So that's why you get that. An impulsive type behavior. So that's why you get that. an impulsive type behavior. So that's why you get that
sort of same response.
an impulsive type behavior. So that's why you get that sort of same response.
So it's all to do with blood sugar, isn't it? So it's all to do with
So it's all to do with
so it's all to do with so it's all to do with so it's all to do with
so it's all to do with
so it's all to do
so it's all to do with so it's all to do with
so it's all to do with so it's all to do with blood sugar, isn't it? Blood sugar, isn't it?
blood sugar isn't it?
Blood sugar, isn't it? Blood sugar, isn't it?
네, 모두 혈당이랑 관련이 있군요. 그렇죠?
So it's all to do with
So it's all to do with
so it's all to do with blood sugar, isn't it? So it's all to do with blood sugar, isn't it?
감사합니다.